sharing a bed with my brother. Me and my brother grew up sharing a room, and this definitely brought us closer and a lot more comfortable with each other too. Seeing each other change, and just in general seeing each other all the time every day was never a big deal. We grew closer and became better friends. We shared a room, but we never really shared a bed. There was no need to. We both had our sides of the room and our own beds, and the thought never crossed our minds. Except for when my brother touched me the first time, I mentioned it in my last story. That was kinda different. I had no panties and my kitty was there for my brother to feel, and he just couldn't resist. Since then it really brought out the corny teenagers inside us. My brother was a lot more braver, and groping and touching were a daily occurrence. And to be honest, I was guilty of it too. I would always feel his rooster over his pants, or I would sit on him whenever I wasn't wearing panties. It was like fun games to us. Well, the consequence of these fun games was my wet teenage kitty and my brother's raging teenage boner. And sometimes, especially at night, we both needed relieving. It was slow at first. I would hear my brother jerking off under the covers. I would confront him about it, and he said he was just taking care of himself, and he told me to mind my own business. Expect I couldn't. I could hear him. I could see him jerking off under the covers, and my bother always let out a very loud groan when he came. So I played too, except I played aggressively. I'd masturbate too, usually just for the sole purpose of teasing him. I knew he could see me, and I knew he noticed. I didn't use porn, but he did. I would just close my eyes and touch my kitty. Occasionally I'd look over at him, and he knew it and he loved it. One night I did it without the covers. I was there butt naked, wet kitty on my bed, legs spread, touching my kitty, moaning and making every sexy facial expression I could. I was horny, but I also was corny because of him. It was my brother that was making my kitty so wet. My brother didn't say anything. He got up from his bed, he came over to me, and his hard rooster was in my face. He told me he didn't want to watch porn, and he just wanted to watch me, and that he knew I looked over at him all the time. He said we could do it together, and it wouldn't be weird. After all, we both just needed to come. I agreed, and I was so happy. It made my throb and gush. He laid down opposite me, so I could see him laid down jerking off, and he could see me touch my kitty. That was probably the best orgasm I had ever had until that point. And I'll never forget seeing him come ropes onto his belly. It was the first time I'd seen a guy come in real life. I helped him clean himself up, but I didn't touch him sexually. He then stayed in my bed and asked to cuddle. I complied, and I was in my brother's arms butt naked. We were both naked. I loved the skin to skin, and I loved the orgasm I had just shared with my brother. This started off a routine for us. We would come together at night, sleep in my bed, and wake up together in our room. After this, the only time we masturbated was with each other, and it led to us exploring each other sexually a lot more.